This is Suraj Singh, civil engineer from Faridabad, Bharat, India, again to you in connection with talk of Earth and lithosphere, which regarding which I have already given three detailed videos giving you information about basic structure of Earth, dimensions, and what are considerations in relation to economy. Economy, which is very big issue, which is a you can say not even macroeconomy I'm talking or microeconomy I'm talking basic economy. Economy from which macroeconomy is generated and from macroeconomy microeconomy is generated. Whole world is dependent on macroeconomy of each country, but macroeconomy of whole world is dependent on resources and sources provided by nature. Our earth, as I had explained in previous talks, constitutes of lithosphere and aerosphere. Lithosphere means solid part of earth, whereas aerospace means air part of earth. Its dimensions I had explained to you about diameter of earth, its layers, similarly air, and various sources that we achieve for human being from this gift given by God. We get our gifts, our sources to eat is food, to wear the clothes, and to make houses for all of us. Food, clothes, and residences. This earth gives us. This earth gives us resources and sources for our industrializations, which grant us jobs. This is a basic principle. Economy is a subject which has been considered based on these products, but economists don't take care of all this. Economists take care of analysis of money, analysis of sources, cost, valuations. These economists and economy do not draw requirements from these sources, which is very significant to be considered with. Unfortunately, it has not happened. It should have happened, but it did not. What I mean to say is, economy is not a subject of economy in itself. It is a sphere, it's a spectrum, constitutes with it technical and engineering relevance of Earth. Earth, I mean to say, equal to lithosphere plus aerosphere, whereas lithosphere itself is a vast concentration. Earth is not very big, of course, it's not very big if it's compared to other planet sizes. Earth is very small, it's very small ball, having contemplated layers. So we cannot prove these layers, but contemplation is there. For top layer, the surface one, which constitutes crust, and then internal layer is mantle, and further lowest down to center is core, which I had explained earlier. Surface layer contains seas, oceans, and continental part along with soil, rocks, and resources such as oil, petroleum, and metals, non-metals, and chemicals. Whereas real contents of mantle are not confirmed and well known, whereas core is still a dream to know about. This is what has been seen so far for subjects of geology and applied geology. Applied geology is an application of geology, and geology is too complicated a subject. It doesn't involve mathematics or other analysis. People have not reached there till now. Scientists have not explored contents of whole earth till now. And if you see, I'll just bring to you certain files which I have posted, references and URLs of earth on this video or text. You'll find that a long list is given. In that list, I have given previous postings as well as current one. File I'm talking is earth volume plus surface area 1 inclusive aerospace PDF, and various URLs are referred to and posted on Structural Engineering Forum of India. You can just browse that one and see files, and this file is also kept there. This file is a little calculated one, descriptive one, and if you see this file, you will find a PDF. On that I have given certain sizes. I'll just read for your convenience because maybe you don't have that open one. I have given the title as Earth Volume and Weight Calculations Indicatively Applied Geology Science. Refer to Earth Diagram. Earth Diagram is available on other files you can refer to when you have time, but just for information. Currently, I'm giving you surface area is given there is 4.91 E plus 0.8. You know meaning of E, so many E plus 0.8 says 8 zeros are required. Further, the remove decimals. 4.91 is there. 491000000 like that. You can put and find the value of that one. Now let's go to further below in this. I made a tabulation here, which is structural layers. Then radius and then coefficient 4/3 is because formula of spherical volume is 4/3 multiplied by pi, which is 3.1417, multiplied the radius of this earth in layers, and then cubic kilometers it is. So structural area is on score, which is 3000 radius in kilometers, and then coefficient is given, the pi value is given, the radius is given, and then volume is given. You will see the volume column 3.39 plus 14. This is of course means 339, and keep 13 zeros further. You'll get volume of this core in cubic meter, and which is here net volume of layer in cubic meter is 3.39 E plus 14 means 14 places. 3 up to 14 places of zeros. You'll get volume of core. And average density is indicative, it's not confirmed one. And then you see expected density is 8000 for core. Let us core is the innermost layer. Why I'm talking is core is 8000 kilogram per cubic meter is approximated. It means estimated, not guaranteed. And percentage of this layer is 4.9898. Only 4.98 is data percentage. Means total volume of Earth is 100. The core itself is 4.98, whereas core plus mantle, and then core plus mantle and core and aerospace. I have taken now quantities of all separate one. And let's say core is 4.98% depending on volume calculated, whereas percentage volume of mantle is 86.75%. Let's say 87%. Mantle is 87% in terms of volume of whole Earth, which is 100, means solid part plus air part. Then come to crust, which is top one, which is calculated to be 7% approximately, and aerospace is calculated to be 1.2%, which is very low, negligible you can say. I have used radius of core 3000 kilometers. Core plus mantle is 6215 kilometers approximately. Crust plus mantle plus core means whole solid parts is 6250 kilometers, because I have taken diameter 12,500 kilometers. Aerospace crust plus mantle plus core is 6270. I added to 6250 a kilometer of 20 kilometers to get volume of Earth, which is 6270 is radius, and volume comes to 8.22 E plus 13, means 822 and 1, then 13, 12 places of zeros. That is volume of total Earth. Now we take percentage. I explained before. Core is 4.9, is 5% core, and mantle is 87%. Crust is 7%. Aerospace is 1.2%. Total comes to 100. So out of 100, these proportions have been given volume-wise, and which are indicative, which are not mathematically approved. Just an indication for assessment purpose, just to have awareness about this. I'm just talking to you. Then expected density is very important to be considered in this stage. I'm saying let us consider 8000 kilogram per cubic meter core, and mantle is 5500 kilogram per cubic meter, let us say. Crust, let us say 3500 maximum kilogram per cubic meter. An aerospace is, say, one approximate, there should be more than one. Let us consider 1 kilogram only. So air is not include air is not participating in very much consideration of density. Now, so crust, this crust is 3,500, which crust is, means 35 kilometers on surface of Earth. This thickness, including this includes the sea and ocean and surface part of that. Even earthquakes are a result of that, and all rivers and surface are trees are grown, or plantations and grasses are there, and it is in touch with aerospace. And human being draws its life sources from particularly this part of what oil and petroleum will come from this. Offshore platforms are used for that purpose. An offshore platform draws and pumps out and drills these basalt rocks. Basalt rocks means rocks below water. Surface and between water at sea base or ocean base, and continental part starts from there south. It's basalt salt because sea water content salt, and that's the rocks are different than dry area rocks. Means if area below sea or ocean is basalt, whereas area of seas and ocean is volcanic or sedimentary rocks, igneous rocks, metamorphic rocks. The different three classes of rocks we have in crust itself, means igneous, sedimentary, metamorphic. Igneous, what I mean to say, igneous rocks are the product of volcanic actions. The magma comes out, whereas it dries, solidifies, and it results in the volcanic actions. A very strong rock, efficient fissure. It's used for very high quality of rocks, whereas rocks, which is a result of sedimentation, so the settlement of particles for centuries, and that's called sedimentary rocks. And rock which is a result of metamorphic action by environment, air, water, thunderstorm, sea, frost onto that original surface of sedimentation rocks, or the surface of sedimented rocks, that results into by chemical action or mineral action into another kind of rock which is called metamorphic rock, which includes such as marble. Stone is the metamorphic action. Like that, many other results are there. Just for explanation purpose, I explain to let's go further to that one. It is I just told you that crust is about 3,500 kilogram per cubic meter maximum, and from crust we get our material. I have given a list of material in the same PDF document of this, which I'm telling you about Earth volume and surface. Many. If you go down this material list, this argons material is extracted from earth and lithosphere. This is a cement, for example, cement, aggregates, sand, dust, soil, rocks, limestone, gypsum, construction chemicals, clay, silt, sand, plastics, polystyrene, ethylene, butane, propane, gases, petrochemicals, inorganic elements, which are unintermediate items in chemistry, and aluminum, steel, iron, fiber, glass, fly ash, PFA, that's called GGBS, this is called ground glass for cement, and that is gold, silver, platinum, uranium, thorium, plutonium, expensive materials, which are separately one. Well, no, these all materials, this is not the final list. This is just a list for purpose of referring to you. And this is, for example, let us say purpose of this. I'll come back to that one previous explanation after going through this brief explanation, so that you can understand about this very well before jumping into further talks and further technicalities of how these work. Now let us see what is required for concrete production. Concrete production activities and as well in construction, the aggregates required for all construction activities. Aggregate, what I'm talking is, if you can't understand aggregate means, let us say this road, which is a part of concrete. This we call in north portion of our country is Rodi. I don't know in what other portions are called, but let's aggregate. Gravel, you can type gravel type, not exactly gravel, it's a regular one. Let me just for your reference, I'm telling you, like small stone pieces, 20 millimeter, 10 millimeter, 12 millimeter, 15 millimeter, 25 millimeter, 30 millimeter, like that it is, up to 40 millimeter. Sorry, aggregate for 40 mm nominal size. So these are called coarse aggregates. So I'm just giving you aggregates. Then there is sand required for all construction activities. So it's called coarse sand, fine sand. Size smaller than aggregates, which I explained earlier. Aggregate. This is fine aggregate actually. Sand I'm talking. Those are coarse aggregate, chips, stone chips. Now it's sand. It's a fine and coarse. Fine sand which comes from river bed or from from sources from underwater, and coarse sand this comes from pits. Coarse is better in strength, whereas fine is not that equivalent to strength. But this in strength is not issue here, unless a sand then which is construction material, and come on to dust. Dust is a powder of rocks, powder of rock quarries. Means rock is crushed into dust, which is also a very good material for construction purposes in the RCC everywhere, required for all construction activities. So now let's go to soil, required for all agriculture and ground fills. Ground fills means backfill. After excavation, construction of foundations, have to backfill. Natural soil is used, and soil can be many types. Say clay soil, and we can say ordinary soil, which is silt one, and sandy soil, and mixture of both, and different types of soils. And so that's also not explanation here, just reference of title given. Now come to rocks. Rocks is a very important particle in construction and surface engineering, and there's igneous rocks, which I just explained to you, metamorphic and sedimentary, required for multi-purpose activities in construction work. Now let's go back to limestone. Limestone is also very required material, very important significant material. All buildings, say Red Fort and see other Taj Mahal and see Qutub Minar, all these were constructed by limestone use. Limestone use means pozzolic based material and required for internal partitions and plasters against nowadays. Limestone is used for many activities in plasters. Plasters is a part of pozzolanification to keep it for long term base. And internal partitions also it is used in many cases. However, it's not that much in move now. Let's go to gypsum. Gypsum is also used for internal partitions as well as fractional works. Gypsum required for all construction activities. Construction chemicals are used for all construction activities. There's so many construction chemicals used in the industry. For example, this is epoxy, you can say, or cement-based chemicals. And for machineries, epoxy-based grouting is done between foundation and machine base. And there are so many other chemicals used for so many other activities. Suppose there's a damage on concrete surface, steel is seen on surface, and there's no better compaction of concrete. So chemical repair is required by using construction chemicals. Then next, the clay again. So clay now, this is the domination of crust tops, straight-on foundation and agriculture, inundation and cropping. Purpose of clay is dominating in crust, it stays in crust, top stratum and foundations, and agriculture's inundation, cropping. Similarly, silt and sand I explained to you. Same way, the plastics, the polluting material, it is of course plastic is a polluting material. This is a spoil of all countries. He had dominantly used for hundreds of daily use items. Polystyrene, though polluting material, again is used in daily use items. Similarly, ethylene, though polluting material, again dominantly used. And similarly, butane is used as cooking gas, and propane cooking gas, and gases, and petrochemicals, petrol, diesel, CNG, oil, bitumen, etc., driving industries and vehicles. Inorganic elements, one of the items as explained as included in chemistry, chemical word operations. I'm not explaining all those because not necessary. Just references given to you just to make understanding, just to have awareness. And aluminum, which is built-in finishes and many other activities. Steel is used building activities in industry because the steel is very important for delivering a building. Steel is a reinforcing material as well as structural material. In structural materials, it uses angles and sections and many other section type, and you can say cold rolled and hot rolled. These are steel items, and stainless steel you can say. So this is a building items. Really, iron is used, and fiber is used, and glasses are used. Fly ash is used, PFP, and this is then GGBS I told you, which is this PFA and GGS, this pulverized fuel ash adds to strength, adds to cement, and it replaces cement to 25% to 30% to 40%. Similarly, GGBS, glass ground blast furnaces, slag. This is a very good material for replacing quantity of cement from concrete cubic contents, and this supports concrete strength, reliability, actions, and dynamism. Similarly, both items are used for that. Was a PFA and GGBS. Similarly, gold is used in diamonds, is used in ornament work, and silver is used as well. And platinum, uranium. Platinum is different strong materials. Uranium, thorium, plutonium, these metals are used for radioactive purpose in atomic industries, in nuclear industries, and they're expensive metals as well, which are separate file references given to that one. And now these are just general metals, these are not final metals, I just told you. And you can just go through this. Now I'll go back to previous discussion, which is about density. Now you see, I'm saying coal is 3,500 kilogram per meter cube. Yes, our concrete itself is 2,500 kilogram per meter cube. The mortar is 1,600 kilogram per cubic meter. Similarly, brick has a density. All metals have different types of density. Light foam concrete is a low density, say 750 kilogram, 815 kilogram, 50 kilogram per cubic meter. Similarly, there are densities, varying densities in this crust portion. Water is only 1 kilogram per 1,000 kilogram per meter cube. This is water. Similarly, steel has a density of say 7,835 kilogram per meter cube. Wood has something like that, 900 something. Similarly, plastic is certain density, which is not very high. So, say for example, expanded polystyrene or extruded polyester is 35 kilogram per meter cube. So there are varying densities of varying materials hidden in crust, you can say. So say for example, rock itself is 2,500 to 2,800, 1,800 kilogram per cubic meter, depending on type of rocks. Concrete, I explained, I just told you 2,500. Still, I told you, and wood, I have told you. Similarly, all types of materials used in construction work and other works have got certain densities, and all these densities are covered in this 3,500 on an average basis kilogram per meter cube. This is very important consideration here. Means we know about crust and we know what temperatures are there, what type of rocks are there, features are good rocks or bad rocks or seismic effective rocks, and whatever is there. We are making use of all that sources and we are eating all materials, and we have been eating for centuries, and now a stage has come that everything has been polluted. This use has polluted our atmosphere, environment, air, sphere, and we ourselves are responsible for this. We cannot blame God as well. This God has delivered us very pure air, but we have destroyed God's air, and we have destroyed. We have contributed to destruction of crust itself. Now let us go to another one, which is mental. Mental, according to my understanding, which is 77% of total volume, is 5,500 kilogram per meter cube, let's say on average. On an average of 5,500 kilogram per meter cube. This means this is very significant as well on top of crust. We know something about crust, but we don't know much about mantle, though it would be known in coming times. 5.5 means, of course, this is more stronger, more dense than concrete, but lesser to steel, because 5,500 kilogram per meter cube. Steel has said 7,850 kilogram per meter cube, and concrete has 2,500, so 2,400 kilogram per meter cube. But its volume is 87%, which is a big consideration. So far, I said crust is only 7%. So we have utilized the crust volume to our life, whole world's life. But 87% volume is still unaffected, not affected badly. So this material is still unknown, but is stronger than crust material. This may be higher in strength, higher in weight, higher in resistance, higher in durability. This metal would be and can be used economically if reached there for future life, and it will give better service because it's stronger in strength and weight. We cannot say at this moment what it would be. Let's go further down the core, which is 8,000 kilogram per cubic meter. This means this is heavier than steel, as I just said. Steel is around 8,000 kilogram. The whole of Earth's core is 8,000 kilogram on average. 8,000 kilogram per meter cube. Means it is at least equal to steel strength and steel strength and durability and erosion and resistance. This means it should be electric conductor. So steel, it is means property of steel is there. It must be conducive to electricity. There is dangers also in that case. There's less resistance of flow of electric current in this box. and there was a higher temperatures also, it can resist that. So this is just a brief of this source of materials expected properties. Means our earth is very rich in resources and sources. I'm calling resources and sources because first resource, when it is discovered from earth, it comes out, it's called source, resources. Source and resource, we process that, we purify that, and we refine and then use. We're using various processes in plants and or through trains of processes, we get material, and that's called resource. But originally it is available within all these three layers, three stratums, is called source. Now let's go to expected weight. Let's see weight of top layer aerospace, which is 1 kilogram per cubic meter, is 8.2, see 8.22 plus E plus 22, which is very long. I'm saying 8.22 E plus 22 means 822 placed with 21 zeros. And then mental volume is sorry, this is crust. This is, I told you, indicative volume, aeros. Yes, this air volume I told you 8.22. Then let's go to crust volume, crust weight, which is 1.68 E plus 27 is the weight of crust. That is aerospace weight. Crust is 168,443 placed with 24 zeros further. And similarly, mantle weight is 3.25 E plus 28 means 325 placed with 27 zeros, and core is 2.7 E plus 27, just 271 plus 25 zeros. Just imagine 25 zeros, 24 zeros, 23 zeros. Like the zeros, you can't even say what unit is that. Is a common understanding. And if you see distribution wise, this weight, you can say in core, it's whole weight of 7%, whole of 7% to whole weight. Earth has a weight, which is weight of Earth, which is 3.69 into 10 to power 27 kilogram. 3.69 into 10 to power 27 kilogram. Written there 369 and the required number of zeros, whereas volume is 6.813 into 10 to power 14 cubic kilometers. So if keeping in view this weight, percentage of weight distribution, this appears in this table, is core is 7.35%, mantle is 88%, crust is 4.56%, aerospace is 0.0002%. Is all indicated. Is it not surprising and amazing what figure I'm telling you? As I told you, core is stronger than steel, mantle is stronger than concrete, crust is like rock, stone, air is purifying components. You see this, can say. So this table this purpose of submission of this table to you is just to apprise you for what we're talking of. And this much percentage that we have in our God-given source is very important from engineering point of view, from economical point of view, from economic point of view, from human point of view, from development point of view, from optimum use point of view, and many other uses. But we do not care about. Fortunately or unfortunately, we have not been able so far to explore the stratum of mantle and the stratum of core, which is a good one in one direction because we have not harmed that one. But certainly in coming centuries, coming millennium, this will be harmed by devil human being. I am calling devil because human is devil. He cannot preserve earth. So far, human has not left any stone unturned to damage crust and oceans and air, which is achievements, human achievement. Human is more than God itself. If God designed something, God developed something for humanity, for earth, and we have destabilized that design, that execution of this part of solar system. We are very good in destructing it. This is credit to us, whole humanity of whole world and whole superpowers and developing countries and non-developing countries, undeveloping countries, that we have done everything in our capacity to damage air, to damage surfaces, to damage plantations, to damage horticulture, to damage green areas, and to damage crust materials and sources. This is what we have achieved in our life, and we are very happy with that. Oh, we are even advancing ahead of God's deliveries. This is what human thinks as scientist, as engineer, as a politician, as whatever else. We all are a combined pool of destructive souls. We don't care for what we got free of our efforts, free of our cost, everything. We don't care of solar powers. We don't care of natural resources and sources. Sun gives us every day for many hours something which we don't care about. We don't want to receive it well. We want to receive it to our comfort, not to our requirements. This is free of cost, being delivered to us, located at a distance of 15 kilometers, but we don't value it because it's given to us free. We are not manufacturing it. We are not working on this subsidy, working on this sunlight to do something, but we are not even caring about this. We are condoning it. Similarly, we are condoning God works. Similarly, we are condoning surfaces. Similarly, we are condoning water resources. Similarly, we are condoning everything. We are condoning everything. We are condoning every this and that. We are not caring about keeping air at a level which can be good for our health. We are not talking about the trees. Trees or the trees itself is an issue, but we don't know. We don't care about this. In engineering, I have been told that there are two types of main trees. This is endogenous and exogenous trees. Exogenous, endogenous. Exogenous means which are grown every year one ring in that tree, that's called the exogenous. A number of these layers of wood, these are counted as life of grown life of that. Similarly, reverse side is developing in internal, growing internally. These thin trunk trees. We are taking these down and developing wood. Wood, we are taking the raw material from tree trunks is called wood, which you have destroyed so far. Wood is original name, and when it is used for work of engineering, for work of delivery, for work of systems and tables and chairs and other arts. This is called timber. Timber is an engineering term, and wood is a general term of raw material. We are converting this wood from all exogenous trees to for our life, and we have destroyed those trees. Tree was not so easy. One tree takes hundreds of years to grow, and we get this wood from trees. Means 100 years of production. We just broke out, took out a derooted tree, used for our work, and destroyed it. It takes hundreds of years for one tree to come up to that level. But we don't care, we don't know everything. We don't want that. We want table is important, chair is important, our furniture is important, more important than life of a tree. We destroyed all forests, and that unit of tree used to work in combination with nature to give us good air. We have removed that because we are scientists and we are engineers and we are politicians and we are economists and we are human beings like human animals. It was correct that man is a social animal. Yes, the definition works. Man or woman, both are social animals. Animals means body, whereas standard means manak means we call it man. Manak, we are man. We have soul and body, but animal soul is not considered, animal body is considered. Human soul. Anyway, that is philosophical talk. What I am saying is I have no right to destroy earth. You too have no right to destroy it, but we have done everything to destroy it, and fortunately, still it's too late or too early to say that Earth has gone. No, it has not gone. It's still there. Still time is there to save it, to protect it. Why we are so much worried to use all materials, all sources available within Earth's three layers, and we are destroying day by day invisible air. Every day we are destroying it. We are burning every day lakhs and lakhs liters of petroleum. Every day this waste is going into air. Every day we are using lakhs and lakhs of refrigerators. Every day we are using lakhs and lakhs and crores of air conditioners, wall air conditioners, central air conditioners, split air conditioners. Nothing is being spared from our comfort to sacrifice for sake of nature, for sake of maintaining balance, equilibrium given to us by natural resources. We are so confident, we are so competent to destroy that nature to our temporary comfort. Our life is for 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years maximum, or 120 years maximum in some cases. But we want that life to be comfortable. We don't want to face sun, face heat, face too cold. We want to sit in 25, 24, 22, 20 degrees, 15 degrees Celsius temperature and enjoy. This is our life. We hate to work in sun of 45 degrees, 40 degrees. Farmers used to do that in past years and decades, but that too has gone. Farmers used to get up early morning, go to fields, start working for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, and then go in search for a few hours in daytime or evening. They used to keep healthy, eat good food, strong food, lots of food, and they had very little diseases with them. But now we are earning diseases, simultaneously earning money. We are earning bad health, simultaneously enjoying life. I cannot work without air conditioner. I cannot work without electric supply continuity. I cannot work without taking drinks. I cannot work without anything. Because I have to take something to my mouth, to my tongue, to my body, to my comfort, everything. Only then I can work. Otherwise, I am stressed. Stressed. You know, stress. These days, it's very comfortable word to use. Oh my God, I'm stressed. Why you are stressed? What's the problem you have done? Why you have done actually you are stressed? Have you gone to field to work on plowing? Have you gone to air to do something for nature? Have you worked hard? What you have worked for so that you are stressed? Because you used to that type of environment. Oh, I have sitting for hours on computer on my desk in the office. I am so tired. Yes, you're right. But you're not caring about yourself. You have become a slave to computer. You have become a slave to every facility extended to you by humanity as well as by nature. But you don't want to maintain this. Your body itself is a source. Do you know that? My dear human being, body of every human being is itself a source. No man could make a body till now. Forget about that. Even now, a drop of water cannot be manufactured originally. Even a single drop of water cannot be manufactured by human being. If you ask someone, you say, I want H2O, two parts of hydrogen in combination with part oxygen, only then I can give you a drop of water. So what you have done means you have given oxygen and hydrogen, otherwise you cannot do anything. You cannot make water a drop. You are abusing this factory, this processing body. I call the factory sometimes a unit of, it's industry. It's an automatic industry. It doesn't need any petrol or diesel or bitumen or something, LPG or you will take little food. Even if you think in your body what capacity, what volume your stomach is, you will be surprised. No, it's a small, this is volume, you know. This is, if you say like this, if you keep your both arms like this, see what volume it is there. You will not say even 15 centimeter by 15 centimeters. Let us say 250 square centimeter is area. If you just multiply it by 10 centimeter maximum or 8 centimeter, how much you will get? 250 into 8 is about 2000 centimeter cube, or say 1000 to 2000 centimeter cube. You have volume in your stomach, not more than centimeter cube I'm talking. You need that much food only. If you just check your food, you're taking rice or you're taking chapatis with your vegetable and water, a small quantity is adequate for your stomach. and that is your petrol and diesel replacement. This is your carburetor here, piston here, everything is in your body connected to that stomach. And most on top of that is your mind, for which you were made. God designed one mind, and then he said how to move this, how to station this, how to dynamize this, and how to affect this. He just one by one, all parts of the body, he extended to full size of this factory, which itself is a train, just like in the processing plant, we call it a train. We call it a plant. This is a plant of human being, automatic plant, automatically generated, automatically developed, it automatically working, automatically functional, and then automatically expiring also comes in. This plant is most powerful unit, functioning round clock, non-stoppage until you die. Die, I am saying, but until you leave this, your soul leaves this body. So this is most important source other than all sources. If you feel small pain you cannot tolerate, just imagine there must be a soul to earth. There must be some power to earth to control it. You may call it anything. We call it Prithvi, somebody call it Bhumi, somebody call whatever it is. There must be some power, or if there is no power at all, let us say there must be God power. Let us consider earth itself is a body of, just like my body is, your body is. If I have some small pinch, I start feeling pain, and we are hacking, we are hammering, we are scabbling earth in every form for purpose of development, in name of development, in name of economy, in name of dynamism, in name of optimum using it, optimal using it. So, shall earth not feel pain? Why tornadoes are coming, why cyclones are coming, why seismic action affects? Something is there. You may speak in scientific language, this is that active, this is that, forget that about. I'm talking in a different manner. I'm layman when I'm talking like this. I'm not an engineer, I'm not a scientist, I'm nothing. I'm just a simple layman who knows nothing. Suppose I'm just not a layman. I'm living on this earth. This is my basic home until I am on this planet transfer. I mean to journey. Until the day I am healed, I am responsible for safety, for amenability, for maintenance, for sustainability, and for every other definition of this earth, because I am a user of this. I am end user of this product supplied to all God's products. 6-7 billion people are staying on this, and creatures are staying on this, other all units are staying on this, but they are not caring about this really, and knowing it is nonsense. They are not caring about this earth. We are living this on this, and we are using it, we are availing this facility, but they are not caring about this. Why? What right have I got to destroy this earth gradually, one by one, deteriorate this, detriment this? What I have got? What I have got? What a scientist has got? What a politician has got? This, no, they are all property. This property with by God, and God is owner of this property. I am not owner. US is not owner. India is not owner. All of the countries are not owner. They are just like me and you. It's a sin, believe me. You have to reply to God and go there. You may be US president, or you may be any president. Who bothers about that? You are president on this small country on this globe, this big country, and there are so many other planets in solar system, and there are so many other solar systems, billions of solar systems, the whole universe, which you don't know, and scientists don't know, and nobody knows, only God knows. It is my duty, being a citizen of earth. I am saying citizen of earth, not citizen of Bharat or citizen of US. I am a part of earth. I am part of nature. I am part of God. I am part of everything available in this universe, and must consider myself duty bound, obliged to keep this home safe in each and every respect. Otherwise, I commit a sin. Spiritual sin, soulistic sin, material sin, and sin of all kinds. I don't care what law says. I don't care what you say and I say. Question is, this cannot be damaged. This should not be damaged. Yes, use this resource, use this source for your good work, for your good actions, for your development, for your use, for your consumption in life. That's right. But why to damage it by using, scrapping, pulling out all resources and consuming them? These resources are your property. These resources are meant to be used for centuries and millenniums and yugas. Earth was there when it was Satyug. Earth was there before Satyug. Earth was there at the time of Adi time, means original time. There were many yugs, not Satyug only, before Satyug. There were many yugs. Now they call it Black Yug or Kali Yug, I don't care for that. And before that is a Dwapar Yug. And before that is a Treta Yug. And before this is a fourth Yug and fifth Yug and sixth Yug and then seventh is called Satyug. And before that must be eighth Yug and before that must be ninth Yug and before this must be some other Yug. All those yugs were covered by scientific developments, mathematical yug and negative yug and positive yug and scientific yug and mathematical yug, trigonometry yug and algebra yug and calculation mensuration yug and then Satya yug and then you can say sixth yug and fifth yug and fourth yug and Treta yug, Ram yug, you can call it, and then third yug, second yug, Dwapar, and now they make Ishil Dwapar is maybe going what maybe Kali Yug, I don't know. I cannot explain from with command on that. But question is, we did not get all these sources one day. For millenniums, for crores of years and going on, we don't know exact date. We are just using calendars which are referred one. No calendar is original. All calendars is relative relation, relative addresses, relative start. All units are relative. Nothing is here original. But we have been gifted so much material within our small earth for human use, for natural use, for all creatures use. Water is there, which they call it renewable energy. Then there is air, there is fire, there is sun, there is moon, there are stars, there is sunlight, there is soil, there is fertilizer, there are trees, there are plants, there is rock, there are minerals, there are metals, there are ores, there are all types of sources and resources for human being available. As I explained out, God design is very different. He has done perfect designs. Every natural product is protected automatically. It delivered to us in protected form. We don't consider that. We only want to eat and throw. We don't care for that. You can take example, for example, banana. You take example orange. You can take example for any other fruit. Even vegetables, you take for example. Any material of food, whatever you get from natural production, get as natural production from nature's process, from nature's factory, which is trees, plants, crops, everything comes in protected form. Nothing is unpacked, everything is packed, temporary, permanent. You have to you can do spill out that. You have to remove that skin and use that material and you throw that skin as well. The skin is also useful if you don't know how to use up to you. Banana has a production, orange has a production, apple has a production, wheat has a production, rice has a production. Tell me anything, dates has production, every mango has a production. Tell me anything which is not protected. Because God knows production is a must, protection is a must from preventing it to be decomposed. If it doesn't protect, it will be decomposed and non-useful for human consumption. Such an intelligence appears in God, which we consider as a idol of worship only. We consider God from point of view worshiping. We don't consider God from point of view of doctoring, from engineering, from medical, from everything. God is all professionals. I see professionalism in God from every discipline. Every discipline, God is professional. God does not your worship. God doesn't want your sentiments. God wants to keep his product safe. Protect safe. If you don't protect, you'll be unprotected by virtue of non-protecting. Protection is a must. It is your duty. It's a responsibility if you are using it. If you're not using it, even then it is your duty. You protect products, you protect all resources, you protect all eatables, you protect all animals, you protect all birds. You have no right to kill any bird, because they're all creatures like you are a creature. Why? What right you got to kill natural creatures? You have no right to kill birds. Okay, let them die themselves. Why you kill animals? For your own meat eating? Why you create animal who you have no right to kill? if you have a substitute available for you, an alternative available for you in forms of crops, in forms of vegetable, in forms of anything else, in form whatever else is there, which is good for your health, which is in you can say in consonance of your health requirement, in consonance of your chemistry of your body, biochemistry, microchemistry of your body, why do you want to take imported material, foreign material into your body? If you're killing a cow, you're killing a fellow, you're killing a pig, you're killing whatever you want to kill for your taste. You just want taste for your 5-6 centimeter tongue. You know, this tongue is devil. This tongue makes you devil. This stomach makes you devil also. These two things are there, both are connected. Just for delicious taste, you use this tongue. And once anything, when you're eating item, whatever it is, roti, chapati, rice, or whatever, it crosses down your tongue. It's garbage. No? It tastes here only. After that, it's shut down. What value it is? It goes in your goes, it decomposes in chamber. No meaning of your taste. Just for this taste, you are killing animals. Just say otherwise. If animal kills you, oh, you say this is humanity animals. You kill animals. If you eat animals, you kill animals. If you want to protect yourself, you kill animals. Why? I'm not saying this is a religious matter. No, this is not religious matter. I don't believe in any religion, first of all. Because religious, there is only one religion, is human being. God did not make anybody Muslim, Christian, or Buddhism, or something else. No, there's nothing at all. This is all consideration. I put this chart also just to know that I respect each and everyone. I don't hate anybody. This is because human recognizes that. Okay, fine, I don't care about why. There's no dispute at all. Why should we live in disputes? We want to enjoy life. We want to develop this earth because this is God's earth. If you develop earth positively for God's sake, you will be very much religious. That is a religion. Protect it, preserve it, use it, develop it. That will keep God happy. That's all. God is my father, my mother, my brother, my sister. I relation God with God. I got a relation to God. God's mine, I'm God's. I'm not here permanent resident. One day I have to leave. I came here, I have to leave this. This is a transition period of a few decades, maybe 100 years, 40 years, 50 years, 70 years, 80 years, I don't know. I have to go back. I have to report to my father, mother. He's my in charge, my supervisor, my owner, my engineer, my doctor, everything. Everyone is. God is. He or she was care for that. So why should I worry? Why should I disturb something from them coming? It's the same thing. I'm going to a tree, sitting on a branch, and I'm cutting branch. This is my branch in universe. I'm cutting this. I'm sensible. I'm educated. I don't mind here. I'm stupid. Believe me. We are using space. Why? We are shooting in space. So you cannot. I want to see a scientist who can claim I will dig 10 kilometers and make a room there. I challenge all scientists of you. Make a room 10 kilometers below Earth's surface and show me you can stay there. First of all, you cannot make. You cannot reach there. Impossible. There is no such equipment available and there is no air available. You can go down to 10 kilometers, which means you have to go down below the ocean level. Ocean level is 10 kilometers where basalt starts, where you start pumping out petrol. You are rigged to pump out petrol and slag and original raw material. Can you reach there? You have no capacity even to live in a room to build 10 kilometers below surface level. Why you want to abuse this earth? Who has allowed you so to do? You are not owner of this earth. God is owner. You are just not even a tenant. You are just using it, just like you use road while walking. You use footpath for walking. You use air while respirating, and that's it. You are not owner of air, you are not owner of water, you are not owner of sun, you are not owner of moon, you are not owner of anything, but you are destroying that. You are destroying trees, you are destroying crops, you are destroying soil, you are destroying surfaces, you are destroying water, you are destroying each and everything that comes across your path of development, and you say, I have done this and I have done this, I have developed this and I have developed that. Why man is so avaricious? Why have you own avaricious characteristics? Why are we so avaricious in our nature? Believe me, destruction is very easy. A scientist develops, I don't know, bomb, nickel bomb, hydrogen bomb. He doesn't develop it for sake of humanity. He develops it against God. Why are you interested in destructing? Why whole human people on earth? Why whole nations can stay in peace? This is my country I want to take from you. This is my country I want to take from you. You belong to none and none belongs to you. Nobody is superpower in this world. All are human beings. Why do you want to be superpowers? Your own material, you don't own any material. If the petrol is mine, this uranium mine, thorium is mine, nothing is yours. You did not make it. Your ownership comes only to you when you make it. You have no title on this earth. You have no title on any of its resources. You have no title on oil. You have no title on gold. You have no title on silver available here on earth. Why you are honor? Who would you honor? Because you just consider yourself honor. Why don't you consider yourself to make it? Can you make another earth? Just tell me, can you make another earth? Can you make a pigeon? Can you make a sparrow? Can you make someone else? Can you make a cow or a buffalo or a lion or something? You cannot make anything, but you can destruct it. You can kill, you can break, you can do anything negatively. Means you are very good in negative power. You don't believe in production, you don't believe in development, you don't believe in manufacturing, you believe in breaking. There's a triangle. You take one side out, it's broken. It's no more figure. Triangle is one figure in the universe, in world, that is minimum one, which can give you area, which can give you perimeter, which can give whatever you want from this basic, the measurement. But before less than that is nothing. Only angle, the meaning of a figure. One side has no meaning, two sides has no meaning, but three sides make a triangle. So why don't you make it? Why want to break it? Your habits to break it. Because you are human being. Human being. You have body, you have mind, you have soul, you have eyes, but all are useless. Because you are human, we are human. We don't care for future. This earth may not be used after say 1,000 years, 2,000 years, but is it meant only for 1,000 or 2,000 years? It's meant forever. It's meant forever. But we are not allowing God to make it forever. We want indirectly God should make another earth replace it. Is it? Means God should work for us to make another earth, replace it, take it back, keep it in store, and place in the same orientation. This is what we want. Means every 500 years, every 1,000, 2,000 years, frequency, it should be replaced. Is it possible? It's not possible. God will not listen to you. It's not a unit item that God creates. God creates everything in existence. God design is reverse to our thinking. Human being is unit designer, but God is not unit designer. Because if you take example, birth of a child. Birth of a child, where does it take place? Birth of it happens in a laboratory. No, it doesn't happen in a laboratory. It happens in a chamber. It happens in a processing plant, and that plant woman got. That plant is such a plant that there's no light, no air, but nobody knows how that comes in, how that generated, how that happens, and how it's delivered. There's no lab doctor inside, there's no machine inside, there is no production unit inside, even when it happens. There's no contribution from men and women for that purpose, only 15-20 minutes entertainment purpose, pleasing purpose, and after that, job is over. But factory works. Factory gets each and every item required for that manufacturing of human body, with small quantity, small size, but it doesn't say now head is available, head is ready, what's the progress report on head, what's the progress report on arm, what's the progress on this and that. No, it does not that. It develops, it generates, it makes automatically in all respects. God's design is whole, while human design is parts by part, parts by part. This is our system. We have got little energy from God to design parts by parts and then assemble. God production is different. He designs as a whole. Same way God designed this whole universe as a whole. All solar systems as whole. His sections as whole. Whole mind as whole. God didn't design triangle or rectangle or square or whatever. You cut section of all parts of your body. Just imagine. Does this section in educational study. If you cut section here, it's an ellipse or circle. If you cut here, it's a circle. If you cut my stomach here like this, it's a circular ellipse. Every part, leg you cut and see, face you hair you cut and see, nose you see. Yes, everywhere you'll find a curve, elliptical curve or circular curve. Every curve. This means God is such design is endless. There is no end at all. A line has two ends. It God has made such a circling idea, such a circulating idea that it got no end. This is nature has got no end. Just like our thoughts got no end. Our life, soul got no end, but our body got end. Body terminates one day, but soul does not. This is nothing to relate to that, but this is a fact. So why I am explaining all this? Because I am concerned about existence of one being. Coming time now they are saying global warming and this and that. Look, global warming is there, but global cooling is also there. Nature is changing because we forced nature to change. We did not cooperate with nature. We don't want to cooperate with nature, and we keep on changing. We are forcing all natural agencies to change, and they change. What can they do? If you eat something, you see result. If you see something bad product, you will see the bad result. If you see good product, you will see good result. This happens. So if we are collecting natural agencies to work for us in a good manner, they will work for us in a good manner. If we are these agencies to work for us against us, they will work against us. This is happening. We are using all cars, all trucks, all buses, all diesel units, and you see result of air. All carbon dioxide is gone into air. This cannot come out. This cannot go away. So we have destroyed it. We have destroyed basic. It was like ambrosia. It was like amrit. This air was so pure. We were very healthy, but now it is so impure. We are so badly healthy. What to do then? You cannot do. You cannot purify it. You can reduce your use only for future. But whatever you spoil is spoiled. It's same thing. You cannot take back your food from your etc. You cannot take eatable food just from your past excreta. You cannot. No. Same thing as this. You cannot do anything. Of course, we should use these sources because these are meant for us. You should use it to some extent. Optimum use we call anything. Optimum is neither too less nor too not excessive, not unexcessive. It should be reasonable. But we are not doing that. We are behind money of poor men, middlemen, businessmen, billionaire, millionaire, trillionaire, all are behind money. I don't know what shall they do with this money except to show I am world richest. I am world richest. What then if you are world richest? Shall you take all this with you to God? Shall you do your tower building to God? Shall you take your bank account to God? What shall you do with that? Your children will eat and then their children eat and then that's how it will go, nothing else. But you have restricted God work to get this money. They did not do that. You did it. You are responsible for it. All citizens of world are responsible to contribute to destroy this wealth designed, produced, and delivered to us sometime in past history by Almighty God, whoever, whatever name you take it through. So we have done acts against God and we will have to face them, but that is no question. We will see what happens, but now we are enjoying life. We have to maintain our health for us. We have to maintain our body for us. We have to maintain our mind for us because all three are important for us. We have to eat food. All these maintenance of body is supported by nature, is supported by earth, is supported by all its sources and sources available to us. Without those sources, we cannot move any a day. We cannot survive without eating, without food, without water. But where from these are coming? These are coming from nature. But we are destroying nature. This we are destroying our food. Now you see food are very adulterated, chemical foods, pesticide food. We are eating that. So we will think that body will be that our body will contain all those foreign elements. This was we are not even pure in our body. We have to take milk which is adulterated. We have to take water which is not pure. Even though it is our water or it's filtered water, even then bacteria are there. Nobody can say it's 100% guaranteed. Our rice, our wheat, our all chemically soil fertilizers waste. Of course, sun is pure. Still, air is not pure because sun and air both are combined. So why we are even spoiling our body for if we can't be healthy now? Why all diseases are increasing, enhancing, proliferating because of that? Who used to hear cancer in kids before? No one. Asthma, blood pressure, cancer, and many other diseases are all being invited by our us, by our people, and then we are blaming. What to do? Our body is pure, it's organic body. It's entering inorganic chemicals into this. It's entering so many impurities into this. It's receiving so many foreign elements into this. What body shall do? What shall we do? How can we do that? So don't take it for other ideas. What my submission to you people is that this is economy, and economy is very important for our life. Economy doesn't mean money consideration alone. Economy doesn't mean GDP consideration alone. Economy doesn't mean to see how much you are getting in, what is your live stand. It means you have to live first. If you have no good economy of air, economy means optimum contents of air. If you don't have good rain water, if you don't good sea water, if you don't have good earth, good clay, good soil, good crop, economy is nothing. Economy is adulterated then. It's petrified. It's polluted economy. You are living in polluted economy. You should understand for economy. Don't say that only analytical statics which you get in each country is economic. No, that's not economic. That is the data of economics. Economy is soil. Economy is resources. Economy is sources. Economy is chemicals. Economy is minerals. Economy is materials. Economy is metals. Economy is core, mental, and earth and crust. Economy is air. Economy is sea. Economy is sources, oceans, human being. Is top economy. I am a part of economy. I am part of science. I am part of medical. I am part of engineering. I am part of everything. I means individual. So means economy is a very big subject. It's a wide array which economists don't understand, which we don't understand. If I'm an engineer, I talk about economy, and oh, you are an engineer, why talking? What do you understand about economy? What do you know about economy? This is like this. So they talks with. Why are you talking for nothing? Your specialty. Why are you wasting your time? Economy, ask economy, take a grasp. Economy says economy applies over there, but that is not original economics. That is a substitute. That is the expected economy. He is a part of economic consideration. It's a part of economic behavior. It's part of economic data only. It's nothing to do with real economy. If economy doesn't know what value, what quantity of gold is available, quantity of platinum is available, quantity of uranium, thorium are available, what quantity of other metals are available in metal, in core, in crust, how can you know what value we have? That economy is the economics is counting only available material or expected material to come in. Otherwise, nothing else. It's nothing else. That is analytical economics. That is macroeconomics. That is not original economics. That is not further economics. I'm talking of economic father, exponent of economy. Economy that unknown, economy is unknown. You should be an exponent of something. Exponent means even about doctors. It's something unknown. Let's say scientist, he discovers something. He doesn't refer to something, but he discovers something. A scientist who discovers something is different. He has to use references. Write his journal or write something else or working on research. It's not original scientist. Original scientist is that who's exponent of that, who brought something from original nature. Same thing, economy is based economy, data-based economy. I'm talking about exponential economy. Exponent of science, exponent of engineering, those are fathers of subject. I'm talking of those fathers. Everybody can be that father if one understands what does resource and original source mean. So economy, somebody, I thought to bring this talk to you people. The reason being that somebody challenged me on the internet. Why you're talking economy? Because you're an economist. You can't do everything. Yes, I'm not an economist. I never claim I'm an economist. I should not claim because I'm not. I'm a small person, very, very small person. I just need little engineering, not even full engineering. I'm a civil engineer, of course, but very small. You hardly 1% knowledge I have, hardly. I'm not that. I never claim that. But understanding has got no restriction. Use of mind got no restriction. School of thinking, power, no restriction. You have no control by anybody if you use your natural resources and sources. Filled in hair, filled in eyes, filled in nose, filled in your envelope of your electromagnetic power. That's called soul. There is no control on that. No need of any degree required for that. If I have some natural incoming and calculated knowledge coming to my mind, no one can overrule that because that is God's sending. I don't care about university degrees. Any degree on up to doctor and postdoctor, I don't care about that because that is very limited to the extent. That degree doesn't give you mind. That degree doesn't give you anything other than a certificate and small knowledge of few years. You have to understand yourself something, and that is called pragmatism and experience. That's called professionalism. My engineering degree is a base only, nothing else. Is a door to enter profession. Similarly, all degrees do. No degrees gives you any power, reliable power to deliver to people. No, nothing. Whatever degree. If a doctor gets a degree, doesn't mean he's a doctor. He is not until he works. If a doctor who has conducted hundreds of operations, then he knows something. Similarly, a lawyer is not a lawyer until he has won a degree or LLB or LLM. He has to work in court, he has to draw petitions, he has to use evidences, he has to make evidences, he has to utilize them. Only then, after working 10, 20 years, he can say, oh yes, I'm advocate or lawyer. Same thing applies for judges also. Just by the designation to judge doesn't mean one is a judge. He's a judge by designation, just for purpose salary, just for purpose counting strength of judges. But judges means one who delivers judgments frequently and speaking judgments, unchallengeable judgments. That's called a judge. Similarly, applies to all other professions. If a civil engineer doesn't work in field, he may be having any degree of any highest level. I don't consider that person a civil engineer until he stands in sun and experiences problems of workers, problems of materials, problems of design, problems of deliveries, problem of maintenance, problem of anything relevant to that. He cannot be called an engineer. He can be a supporting engineer, he can be assistant engineer, he cannot be called an engineer until he experiences each and every day, each and every month, each and every year in his life something to learn more and more and more. And that is called attainment. I know attainment is a real word. If you attain in engineering field, in designs, in construction, in manufacturing, in whatever way, you learn something every day, every hour. And that is called learning. It's not university learning where you learn just from a professor who knows nothing about field. If he's a professor, because it happens in India like that. If a professor who works in field for many years and then comes as a professor, he is really a professor. In America, they are experienced, field experienced professors. In many other countries, they are field experienced professors. Go to any country where people are doing skillful work and quality work, they are well experienced field people, not just a paper-based, textbook-based people, software-based people. That's the difference. It's not for economy, it's for all. Until you have done something using your mind, using your hands, using your efforts, using your body, using your colleagues, using everything, you can't be called a professional. Professional means who delivers. It doesn't mean knows. Knowing is not an equate proportion. Even Krishna said knowing is nothing. I'm giving this reference because of Krishna. He said, just you know nothing it is until you apply this. This is Gita. If you know something, keep it in use, useless. You may have 20 professional degrees, PhDs. If you don't use any of them, these are just papers, nothing else. If you apply those in your field, you know reality. You know what you learned there is there. This is a defect, it's not defect, this no mistake. That's what you know. That's called experience. We are in this country, Bharat, we are lacking in this. We only value academic degrees, we don't value practical degrees. Their practical degrees more valuable than academic degrees, than academic degrees. Academic degrees just give you the input, whereas practical degrees, practical work is your input as well as output. You know what you did. You know what you made wrong, what you made right. You know result. That's called professionalism. If I can't deliver correct, I will immediately know. This is my mistake I did. I will learn a lesson from that mistake. But in academics, I cannot learn that. I don't have the opportunity to learn that. Because my guru, my professor, he doesn't know that. He will just give something, some reference from this and from that. Oh, don't do that. Because he's unaware of that. There's a limitation. I'm not saying it is good. He's a qualified person, but with some restrictions. Similarly, in field, we may not be having many higher degrees, but we know practicals. Practical is more important than theory in practical life. We have calculators, we have computers, even then students cannot calculate. Oh, I don't know what I have taken 8 items, one item is 1,500 rupees, what I have to pay? Please give me a calculator. What's this? You don't know anything. You are an educated person, graduate, postgraduate, doctorate, you cannot calculate your mind. People used to calculate on fingertips, with FPS system, you see. If you know FPS system, in those FPS system days, people used to know everything on fingers. These lalas and these pins people used to calculate on fingers, the Koli, Masa, Kola, this and that. It's not a criticism. It's just a talk. Don't take it negatively. Economy is economy. Engineering is engineering. Medical is medical. Law is law. Every field has its own respect, character, power, economy. But the economy that I am talking is completely different. Economy of each and every aspect of life. Some people say, oh, I am considering this design in engineering building. Economically, you are talking you more steel and more concrete thickness. And these people don't understand what economy works they are in. It is not money-wise economy in engineering that you have to take an economical decision. Economical doesn't mean only money-wise. There is a stress level in every material. You have to use design in such a way that you use maximum stresses in every material. You are designing steel reinforcement, you are designing concrete, you are designing brick or stone. You have to utilize optimum resistible stresses in that material. It is referred to that economy. You cannot say, oh, for each element of building, I have to see how many rupees I am spending, how many dollars or sterling I am spending. No, that's not required there. It should be durable structure. First consideration is that. It should be durable, it should be serviceable, whatever it is, it should be good one, reliable one, for long-term one. Reliability is very important. Reliability includes durability, it includes safety, it includes serviceability. Reliability is equal to that. Reliability is equal to safety plus serviceability and durability. If all these properties, safety, serviceability, durability, this design contains, that is economy. Don't count everything. Oh, this 20 centimeter, I can use 15 centimeter. This 40 centimeter column, I can use 25 centimeter. This is a stupidity. Use your mind, use your knowledge, use your practice to some standards of workability. If your design is not workable, it's useless. It's not constructible, it is useless. If your design is to be revised many times, it is useless. You cannot be called a good engineer, good designer. And if you design, not if your design is not good, you know what will happen in field. Same thing is applied to economics. If your economic data, economic thought, consideration, school of understanding, university of understanding, your mind doesn't work well, your economy will be rubbish. You will just keep yourself in data coordination, correlation, data swap, and this and that, and manufacturing, design, and plot, nothing else. Economy is something else. Economy is related to ecosystem. Economy is related to stars. Economy is related to health. Economy is related to soul. Economy is related to safety. Economy is related to environment. Economy is related to mind. What is all that? Therefore, at conclusion of this talk, I'm just in English language. It's my last about this economy. I should request appeal to all professionals of all disciplines, not to isolate economy as economy field. No, economy is a coordinated field. It's a relative field to all other disciplines. Economics cannot say. He has to know. Economist has to know about original sources. We don't know today quantities of these available in our earth. So how can you say it is economy final? It's not economy final. It is data final. It is a small subject final. Economy is a small subject in this sphere until we don't know what we have. The day we know what we content in, what we comprise with, that day we may say, yes, this is our data. Data is undeveloped. We are not developed yet because we don't know until we don't. You may estimate something, but we don't know what is 8,000 kilogram. I told you, and for what material is that? We don't know. What temperature is there? We don't know. What layers are there? We don't know. Is it actionable? No. We reachable or not? We don't know. Same thing applies to mental. What we there? We don't know. We don't know anything about that. We only some details about crust, and we know air. These two are very small. Air is very few percentages, and crust is also very few percentages. We don't know magnitude yet. We don't know direction yet. We don't have scientific basis of Earth. Yes, we don't have anything. Yes, but we are spoiling it gradually, deteriorating gradually to our harm, and that's what we are doing. Therefore, my dear friends, my dear professionals, my dear non-professionals, my dear fellows, my dear citizens, don't take economy for granted. Economy is not for granted. Economy is an application. Economy is a subject. Economy is a domain. Economy is an overall domain. It covers all other disciplines with it. It covers human resources. It covers engineering. It covers mechanical, electrical, civil, and all other engineering. It covers medicals. It covers accountancy. It covers each and every relation. Without that, it cannot move. It's a different subject. That is the reason we call that Indian economy. We call other economies in some talks, in some references, in some seminars. Oh, this happens to USA economy. Economy is so many economies. We call sometimes nation and replace it by economy. In this economy, this happened. In that economy, this happened. In US economy, we don't use nation name. Rather, we use economies because that is a fact. We are economy. Nation is economy. World is economy. Solar system is economy. There's also economy on all planets that God has distributed accordingly for his design. For his design, we don't understand. We don't try to understand. Scientists just watch it from scientific level, from research level. Astronomy works accordingly. Nothing else. But economy is different. We have to know facts, and without knowing facts, we cannot do something. We can't do anything. We cannot design. We cannot devise. We cannot constrain. We cannot limitize. If we do that, we are economists. But there's a long way to go. We have to understand economy step by step. It may take millenniums to understand real economy, which we don't know now. We have to understand that. Our economists have to revise their own syllabuses. Until we know science, until we know products, until we know quantities, until we know characteristics, quantities, parameters of these, we cannot value out what Earth values. Earth estimation is different. It's not simply size or status. I have just taken something from some book and referred to you. But what actually is, even book author doesn't know. Nobody knows. We are not reached 20 kilometers from Earth to see what air is. It's all references, or we use flights and see external temperature is this minus 60, minus 70, or whatever. And inside we are using air conditioning. Therefore, to know nature is very difficult. And Earth is also part of nature, part of solar system. We should know it practically, and we don't know yet. This chart I have given to you in form of PDF document, and many other charts that are placed with this video. If you have time, you read them, you try to understand them. Because without seeing through document, we cannot reach reality. We cannot make our understanding reliable. And I'm not an economist, I told you. I'm just a very small person, very one citizen like you. And I don't know much about anything. Just I collected in my life whatever I could and just assimilated that into my mind and explained to you. I may be wrong. I can be wrong. I'm not expert of something. Even I'm not expert of anything. I'm just the layman. And the layman is talking to you. You may be expert. You may be something. I honor you. But I am just an ordinary person trying to tell my mind what is there and nothing else. I say that any whoever economy is there, economist is there, some of the professionals, don't take it otherwise. It's just a simple talk, interaction with you, because there's no two-way interaction here. Just if you want to reply this, you can send to me, no problem. I got email, you can use that on Facebook, you can reply, you reply where you want to. If you want to reply to me, you can reply to my email. That is Suraj, Suraj underscore engineer, Engineer. Again, I'm telling Suraj, Suraj underscore Engineer at yahoo.co.uk. This is my email. Once again, I repeat, if you forget, Suraj underscore Engineer engineer at yahoo.co.uk. This is my email address. If you want to write me something in this connection, you can write. You're most welcome. If I find I'm able to reply to, I'll reply to you. If I don't find, I'll excuse. I just seek your excuse, your forgiveness. But this is not the end of something. This is just economy, and I have given to you this simple talk in English language because there's no meaning to give in another language. I want this talk to reach to whole world people who are professionals and non-professionals, because there's nothing to do with only our country. It's related to each and every country of the earth. And I don't think I have something else to talk to you. If I have something else to talk to you about this earth and economy, I'll take in the next video if possible. For the timing, I have nothing to say additionally, anything more. And I just conclude this video at this stage with an expectation that you will shall have time to find all those charts, all those files which I have placed in the support of this video for your references, for your augmentation of your knowledge. If you are interested, if you are not interested, I can't force you, but it is not subject related to any professional field. It is related to any common sense and general knowledge. And if you want to get benefit of this, it's up to you. You're most welcome for that. And I'll just say, going that I have done my service to you, a little service just for your awareness. It's nothing to do with a command or subject, but just an awareness, dissemination to your people, and dissemination to professionals, in particular civil engineers who try to avoid all these subjects, and mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, all other engineers who are in this field and who rely on disciplined activities based on earth resources and sources, and which is very basic requirement for them, without which they cannot move in engineering discipline. And this subject should be known, if not in details, at least to some extent in superficial way. So better you make yourself update so that you can compete in talks wherever you go around the world in your future career. And I hope that you will get benefit of this. And I will spend my time on this for purpose of development. And I don't claim anything on this account. I'm not claiming that what I have said is right. It can be wrong also. Because a man does something, he speaks wrong, he speaks right, both can be spoken. If you think that somewhere I've been wrong, I'll apologize. If you bring to my notice, I'll try to modify that, amend that. And that's all, nothing else. Thank you very much, gentlemen, friends and colleagues and all professionals. And goodbye, good Bharat, Jai Bharat and Jai World. And Jai.